I can't believe it, but it's been 5 years. 5 years since I started this YouTube channel for you young men growing up without a dad. For those of you that have been following for that long, there's probably 2 of you. I just thought I'd share a couple memories with you this morning on the morning shave video. Tell me what video moment, what clip, what video you remember most. Put it in the comments and share with me which one means the most to you and why. If I think about why I started this channel, it's because I'd be at work and I'd be around the neighborhood. I'd see posters and stuff for events for girls. Now this is nothing against girls. Love to help my stepdaughters, and for those of you watching, I love the fact that you're here. But having the perspective of a young man growing up without a dad, I know kind of how I felt when I was growing up, and I felt a little lost. And I didn't have so many of those messages that are floating around there today. So you might be thinking, if I was young and growing up today, I'd be thinking, crud, not only do I not know how I'm going to do as an adult man, or if I'm going to be able to figure it out, but it appears that people are against me to start with, because everything I see is to help girls, but there's not much out there to help guys. And those few things that are kind of under attack. That was kind of why I started doing this. It's not to make a political statement. It's because I grew up without a dad, and I worried about a lot of the stuff that I suspect you're worrying about as you're growing up without a dad, and I didn't know how I was going to face it. Well, I want you to know that you can face it, and you can still succeed. Like I say in every video, you can really figure it out. But I hope to give you a little encouragement and a vote of confidence. As I think back on the 5 years of the My Stepdad YouTube channel, I'm thinking, okay, I am so glad I started it. I was nervous about even starting the channel. I still remember it was wrestling with myself to figure out, okay, just do it. In fact, that was the verdict. I just grabbed my phone and filmed the first video. Maybe if I can find it, I'll include a clip here. And it was genuine but embarrassing. But I remember I wanted to call you by name because I wanted you to know that I was talking to you. So I gave you all the nickname of Johnny. Now, until my kids got too embarrassed on my behalf that I was doing it, and I kind of decided that maybe you guys were a little old for that. Maybe I shouldn't just call you Johnny. Then I started calling you stepsons. Then it was a matter of trying to figure out how to make videos that would be entertaining, but that would get the message across. The main lesson I want you to get out of these is that you do have a dad that loves you, and you can have positive experiences as a dad even though you didn't have them growing up with your dad. I don't know what it's like to have those playful, fun memories with my dad when I was a kid growing up because he wasn't there. But I know what it's like as a dad with my kids, wrestling on the floor and teasing and playing with them and having fun with them. And it's not all fun. Believe me, parenthood is a lot of work. But you get to have those experiences that you wouldn't have and that you didn't have growing up without your dad. And I'd love for you to experience that. So what are some of the big milestones in the last 5 years of the My Stepdad YouTube channel? I remember setting a goal to get my first 100 subscribers and posted a video that, on Reddit, and suddenly overnight I had 120 subscribers, and it was, holy cow, life's changing now. And then it stopped. And then I had to keep putting videos out, and some took off, some didn't. It was really, really slow growth. And while I'm doing this guy, Rob Kenny, starts his like 3 months after mine, and his goes viral. And I got all these people telling me, look what this guy's doing. And I'm thinking, man, how come his is going viral and mine's not? What am I doing wrong? But I keep doing what I'm doing and trying to get better at it a little bit at a time. And I think of things, what would you like to do? Like go on a family vacation with us. So we go on a road trip, and my kids at the time were willing to let me videotape and do some of the things there that we did while we were growing up with our family, so you could have that experience, stuff like that. Had a book in mind because ultimately I want to give you the tools that you can use to overcome the challenges, and you're not going to get it just by watching videos of some guy telling you that he loves you and cares about you and that you can still succeed. You got to do the work. It's going to take some effort, but you can. And it's a lot better than not doing it, by far. So I wrote this book with your help. A lot of you guys chipped in to help me get this published. That's got the outline of the lessons that you're probably at biggest risk of not getting if you've grown up and your dad's not in your daily life. So if you're a young man, late teens, early 20s, even late 20s, and you're struggling to figure life out, get this book and go through the exercises. It's really a workbook, and of course the milestones and the actions that you can do to start learning some of the lessons or gaining the skills to succeed as an adult. Why did I start a My Stepdad YouTube channel 5 years ago to try to give you encouragement? I was lucky when I grew up that I had a guy in my neighborhood that became my stepdad or my surrogate dad. Lived around the corner, down the street a little ways. He was one of the leaders in the youth group that I was part of, and he let us come into his home as though we were his own kids. I'd be over at his house watching football on Sundays, eating his snacks, had a microwave oven, and back then, I know this is going to date me, but back then, those were kind of new technology, and not everyone had a microwave oven. So we would microwave cheese on crackers and eat those snacks while we were watching football at his house on Sunday afternoons. He became my surrogate dad, and he came over and showed me how to do things like change brakes on a car. He gave me a lot of love and encouragement and teasing, but he loved me. And I knew he loved me. He cared about me. He would chew me out if he did something I thought was stupid. And that's one of the ways I knew that he loved me. So my hope is to be Mark Gould for you, at least as best I can, through this YouTube channel. I want you to know you do have a dad that loves you. And I hope you'll feel that as you keep watching the My Stepdad YouTube channel. What's next? I am doubling down on the YouTube channel. I had one video that I cross-posted on Instagram go viral. So for those of you watching me on Instagram, I love the fact that you're here. And one of the videos had over 8 million views. Out of the blue, no idea why, but it had the little message in there that this channel is for young men growing up without a dad. And I think that's why it took off. And since then, I kind of stabilized around 300,000 followers on Instagram. My struggle has been a little bit to figure out how to keep content going out and doing what else I need to do in life. Happy birthday to My Stepdad YouTube channel for 5 years. I appreciate those of you that are here watching, those of you that have subscribed. Leave your comments. Tell me which videos you like the most and why they've been the most impactful to you for whatever reason. Also, tell me what videos you'd like, what messages I can help as your surrogate dad or your stepdad to help you know how to navigate life. Always remember, you can succeed. Even though your dad may not be in your daily life, you can figure things out. You can. It's going to be a little more work, a little more effort, but you can do it. And you can experience the positive experiences of being a dad for your kids if you want to do that. It's going to take a lot of work, but you can do that. And I hope you do, because that's where most of the happiness and fulfillment in life comes from, is from your family. Until then, you stepkids, always remember you do have a dad that loves you. And I'll see you on the next video.